won't need anything other than your body and your breath. Don't forget your breath. It's the most important part. All right, what a good little squad we got going here. So whenever you feel settled, maybe you found a quiet place, we will start lying on our backs. Think of like Shavasana. So arms by your side, palms facing up, corpse pose. Whew, my back already cracked. That's always a good sign. So we'll just be right here, getting connected to your breath, letting everything go from what happened today, and starting to just find the gaps in between each thought. Relax any tension out of your fingers and your jaw. And just start to cultivate awareness inwards on no one and nothing else but your current self. And even if that current self has a little bit of anxiety or stress, maybe grief or overwhelm, that's all invited and welcomed here, every part of you. Or maybe today was a great day and showing up for your yoga practice is very beneficial on the good days just as much as on the bad days. So a moment of gratitude for yourself for showing up for your practice every 2 weeks at least. So close your eyes and put your attention inward. Just start to focus on the quality of your breath. Not so much the quantity or the pace, but just the quality of your breath. Can you iron out any wrinkles? Can you fill up your belly to its fullest potential? And can you really allow your exhales to be a moment of relaxation and letting go? In through the nose. Open the mouth out. Bring all of your awareness to the back of your head, the point of your skull that's touching the ground. Feel it get heavy. Feel the weight of your head really melt into the earth. See if you can elongate your neck too. Maybe that looks like a slight tuck of the chin, where the back of your neck is maybe just a little hair closer to the ground. Can you relax your face so that your ears drop closer to the ground? Let your chest sink on every exhale, melting closer towards the ground and creating some space in your heart as you inhale. Feel the weight of the outside of your arms touching the earth all the way into the backs of your hands and your knuckles, weighing heavy. Feeling your rib cage and your stomach rise on your inhale and melt like jello on your exhale. Maybe lengthen your lower back a little bit closer to the ground. Just maybe a hair to create a little bit more length throughout the spine all the way from the tailbone to the neck. Let your legs splay out wide so your hips don't have any control over the sockets. On the backs of your legs, your thighs, your hamstrings, your calves. Just letting any tension go and getting softer through every exhale. Let the soles of your feet splay apart and release any tension out of your toes, your ankles. And keep with this big quality of breath. Really quality inhale, nourishing, bringing oxygen into all those vital organs. Out the mouth, relax 1 more degree closer to presence and stillness. As you exhale. Beautiful. From here, we'll take a big good morning stretch. So stretching your fingertips to the back of your space, your toes forward as if someone's pulling on your hands and your toes from opposite directions. Any intuitive movements, maybe side to side, like a little banana. Maybe cross one ankle over and pull your wrist towards the side of the wall, creating some length in your side body. Just start to create some movement here, maybe snow angels with those arms, really feeling the shoulders wake up. From here, we'll bring one knee at a time into your chest until you land in a little ball. Put your nose into your knee, roll up and down your spine, give it a little massage. We'll come to a seated position. It's the front of your space. And we'll get into a 90-90 pose. So front leg is at a full 90 degree angle. Right knee is at a 90 degree. Right hip, all the way even into that right ankle. Double check with that, and then check in with that back leg. Make sure that back knee, doesn't matter what side you're on right now, is perfectly straight out. Your shin is perfectly straight back, and ankle is flexed. So we're really making two 90 degrees here. Beautiful. From here, place your hands behind you so that your chest is wide. We're in this little bit of a back bend here. Hands behind your hips. Really flex your feet. Keep your heels on the ground as we just pick up those knees and shift them over to the other side and readjust those hands. We'll come all the way into that seated position on the other side. Beautiful. Get really OCD and check up on those angles. Maybe one hip feels different. My right hip feels very different on this internal rotation than my left hip did. So just check in where your body's at. Then we'll make this a little more casual. Just put your hands behind you, windshield wiper those knees side to side, staying on your glutes, on those sits bones, just passing through slow as your body is asking. And find any sticking points and maybe hold it. And keep those feet flexed. And keep the quality of your breath as your number one focus. Good. From here, let's scoot back. We'll open our legs to a straddle position. Nice and wide, legs reaching out tall, and kind of move the flesh of your booty, that juicy booty, those glutes away so that you're sitting up tall rather than having all the meat of your butt kind of like tucked under. So sit up tall. Find a position where your knees can be straight comfortably. Okay, so super wide if they're coming up or legs are rolling in. Maybe move it in a little bit, something that's comfortable and you're sitting really up tall. Each vertebrae is stacking all the way from your tailbone. Your rib cage is closed in. Shoulders are rolled back. And a slight tuck of the chin to lengthen through the back of the neck. From here, let's flex those toes. And we'll start with your left arm. We'll reach it all the way up and over, keeping your heart pointing towards the ceiling. Bring those left fingertips to the right side of the room. If your heart stays open and your shoulders stay stacked, you probably won't be able to touch your right toe. And that's quite all right. We'll just really breathe into the left obliques. Create some space and some length as you inhale. And soften deeper into the stretch as you exhale. Beautiful. One more. Create length. And on your exhale, turn your nose to your right knee. Now we're squaring off our shoulders towards that right knee and letting your head fall forward. So forward fold over that right leg. Maybe if you want to put like a pillow or a block, or even if just looking over in this direction is enough of a sensation, we're looking for that. We're looking for wherever your body says, I feel it. There it is. Then relax the back of your neck. And again, every inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, maybe you sink a millimeter closer towards your thigh. One more quality breath like that. Create some space. Inhale through the ribs. And exhale. Let's crawl those fingertips all the way as far as you can. We're going to make a big rainbow. Crawling, crawling, crawling through the center. Reach all the way towards that left corner. until your nose meets your left knee, wherever that looks like for you. Make sure that that right hip is placed on the ground still. If it's not, let's readjust. Let's put that right hip on the ground and turn towards that left knee as much as feels comfortable. Hands frame the left leg, relax the back of the neck, and find those quality deep breaths. Expansion and contraction. Inhale for space. Exhale, come back to your center. Good, maybe reach a little bit farther. Perfect, we'll come back to our center and we'll swing those right fingertips all the way up and over to the left side of your space. So again, the heart now is pointing up towards the sky. Big stretch in the right side of the obliques. Gaze is either up or down, whatever feels more comfortable for the neck. Creating this big rainbow. As you inhale, create a little more distance between your ribs and your hips. And as you exhale, soften into the pose. Beautiful. Come back through center. Bring those palms of the soles of the feet together. I always call them the palms of the feet. Kind of makes sense. I feel like they should be called that. And then these are the soles of the hands. Into our butterfly position, knees apart. Again, readjust those sits bones. We're going to grab onto our ankles. If that's what feels comfortable, maybe knees, whatever feels like the easiest access point, and pull your heart forward and up. So we really create that long spine. I like to kind of shift side to side to find that center. From here, I want you to pull your collarbone, your chest as far forward like you're going to kiss the camera. And then relax your back, bring your nose to your toes. Again, you can use a pillow. Doesn't matter how far you get here. Doesn't matter how high up your knees are. Wherever is breathable for you. We're going to use your breath as the marker of what pose is best. Sometimes I feel this more in my back and my upper back, so really release any tension. Let those shoulder blades splay apart from each other behind you. And drop your chin closer towards your chest with every exhale. And carefully peel all the way up, 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 up. Perfect. All right, let's extend the right leg out in front of you straight. We'll take that left leg, use all the props and assistance you need, and we'll just swing the left leg behind you now. So it was bent out in front of us, now it's bent out behind us. So it's like the front of your body is looking like it's a split, and the back of your body is like, we're not doing a split. Try to get that left hip as close to the ground as you can. Maybe that's a lot of sensation. For me, it is. From here, either stay there if that feels like the maximum breathing point that you have, or put both hands behind you and see where you feel your sensation. If you need to go to your elbows, if you need to lay on your back, all of these versions are available for you in any season of your life. It's not always going to look the same. Wherever you are, find that quality of breath. If you feel it in your lower back, come up a couple inches. If you feel it in your knee, back off until it feels comfortable and blissful, not painful. Feel your belly expand as you inhale wherever you're at. And relax a little deeper into this pose. Keyword is relax. No straining, no fighting. Wherever you're at, will slowly, very slowly, work your way up out of that pose using your arms. We'll bend now into that front leg. So we're in that 90-90 position again. We'll straighten your left leg all the way back behind you so that we're in king pigeon pose. Try to have your kneecap on that back leg pointing down, the top of your foot on the ground rather than letting that left leg open up. to readjust, find the comfortable angle of your shin and that front knee. Find whatever feels safe and good and breathable. Fold over as much as feels comfortable for you. Find that mindful breath. We'll be here for 5 deep breaths. And feel the weight of your body getting heavier towards the ground. This is a good time to do a body scan to see where can you release tension. Maybe in your armpits, or your forehead, or your tummy. Where can you release? Next exhale, we'll carefully peel your chest up. And we'll swing that left leg all the way to the front. The left leg is straight out in front of you. We'll slide the right knee bent behind you. So we're in that half split, the jazz split, the left leg in front. And again, it probably feels very different. Mine definitely does. Wherever you're at, try to get that right hip on the ground. My hip does not want to. And breathe here. You have the options, a whole bunch of options, either hands behind you. Take one full deep breath in every layer to really find where your body feels comfortable today. Maybe you start to lower to your elbows. And if this knee is lifting, I wouldn't go any further, which mine is. So I'm going to come back up. Or you can go all the way down to your back. Wherever we're at, we're going to inhale through the belly, create some space in that hip. Exhale, let go of that tension in your quad and your knee and your feet. Imagine you have like a third lung in that right glute and that right hip, and as you inhale, create some space all throughout the socket. And you exhale, let it go. We'll carefully work your way up, coming through each phase of the pose first. Keeping the mindful breaths, even through the transition, super important. Bend through that front knee, straighten through the back. Again, make sure that back leg is turned fully down, toenails facing the ground. Trying to get that left hip on the ground here. Find that perfect alignment, find deep breath. Be really intentional as you melt into the pose. Let your lips soften and your eyeballs roll into the sockets. Find some ease even in the poses where you feel the sensation. And take off any pressure to perform or look a certain way. So one more cycle of breath here, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Let something go. Beautiful. Slowly peel your chest up using the strength of your arms. And we will get into a tabletop position, however you want to get there. Hands and knees. Do a few rounds of cat-cow to reset that spine. Once you're here, inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, pull the heart forward. Exhale, round, press the ground away. Nice and slow. Inhale, open up the throat. And exhale for cat pose. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, round. Inhale back to neutral tabletop. And we'll start to walk your hands forward. Keep your hips stacked on top of your knees for puppy pose. Kind of like child's pose, except hips are up rather than back on your heels. Chin can rest on the ground or forehead. We make this active by stretching through your fingertips, really lengthening through your elbows. Create some space between your hips and your shoulders. We'll shift your weight forward onto your belly. So we're in Sphinx pose, belly down, hips down, toenails down, and heart is forward. Shoulders are pushing down, ears are lifting up, and energetically pull your palms and your forearms back towards your hips as if you were sliding a rug underneath you. Open up your throat. Maybe create some space between each side of your neck, left and right. Beautiful. And bring your chest down to the ground. Here, tuck your toes. Lift up your chest. Send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Just pedal it out. Quick calf stretch here. Nothing too crazy. Left knee bends, right knee straightens. Hips go side to side. Really press the hands so you create some pressure in the shoulders, pulling the chest towards the thighs. Lean back towards your heels. And carefully drop those knees down. Meet you in a seated position here. We'll open up the chest, arms wide, shoulders squeeze back. Right fingertips cross over the left side of your chest, and we hook that left arm under for a nice rear delt stretch. Keep that right shoulder down, the right elbow straight. And find the meaningful deep breaths. Shake it out. Give yourself hugs. And the other side, left arm straight, right arm hooks under. For a left rear delt stretch. Keep that left shoulder down and back. Shoulders out of the ears. Beautiful. Shake it out. Open up the chest. Hug it out. From here, we'll bend the right elbow and place the right palm behind your neck, maybe between your shoulder blades if you can. We'll use the assistance of that left hand to press that elbow a little bit closer towards your head and a little bit more back behind you. So really creating a lot of length in that right tricep. Where can you release some tension here? Lift up your gaze, press your head back. And shake those arms out, big hug. You know the drill, other side. Left palm in between your shoulder blades, elbows pointing directly up. Right fingertips are giving that elbow a little bit of assistance. Big, deep stretch in that tricep in the back of your arm. Try to relax your neck and your tongue. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Try to keep your chin lifted slightly. Quality breath. Inhale through the rib cage. And exhale, push that left elbow just a hair back. Let's shake it out. All right, I'll meet you right where we started on our backs. Legs can either be extended out in front of you, or maybe legs out like butterfly position as you're on your back. Maybe legs up the wall if you're home and you have a wall nearby. That's really good. Whatever you want your final resting pose to be, to come back to your center. Just checking in with how your body feels now versus 30 minutes ago. A practice of embodiment, getting out of the mind, a little bit more and more into the body. We spend way too much time with our awareness between our ears, running and running and talking and trying to solve world hunger and predicting the future and changing the past. And the way to slow that down, that's always available to you, is to bring your awareness from your mind. Move it down into your throat, into your chest. Let it spread and melt throughout your body. Bringing your awareness into the center of your palms, between the skin, between the little bones of your fingers, all of the capillaries and nerves that allow you to grab things and to hold hands and to shake hands and to sign checks, to wipe tears and to give hugs. And bring your awareness into your lower belly, underneath your belly button, where you digest food and give life, create life, where you get excited butterflies. Maybe the part of your body that you don't love too much. Can you send love and gratitude there? Bring your palms together, your thumbs to third eye center, lying on your back. Stay right where you are. A sign of reverence towards the all knowing, the divine flow of life, the things that we think we can control but never actually can. To honor the practice of surrender and the wisdom of surrender and trust. I pray that you use these embodiment practices, bring your awareness into your body at least once a day. Get out of your head and enjoy this precious life and body that you have. Namaste. Thank you for showing up for your practice, for joining me, for allowing me and trusting me to guide you through such a sacred time. Love you guys. Have a lovely evening.
Thanks, Tara.
Yes, girl, you're welcome. See y'all in 2 weeks.
Love you, Tara. Bye.
Shelly, I see your little heart. Bye, guys.